Well, hey universe, you pulled a fast one on me today. I had big time dream deja vu today, universe. And this is a dream that goes a while back. Because it wasn't until, of course, because it's how it always works. Wasn't until I'm tying off the damn knot with the yellow fucking air compressor in the truck that's the company truck that's her boyfriend's. I mean, oh my God, the dream was so fucking all right there. All of it. And the worst of it is there's this dude that works at where I work at the THD who, since he started, I've thought, God, I feel like I know that guy. And he's some 20-something. So I don't know him. He had that look like, maybe he worked at some, Cold Stone Creamery that I used to go to or something. I don't know. Fuck, man, he's familiar. Because he was in my fucking dream. Oh, it all came to me today at once. Still kind of a little tingly over it, but whatever. It'd been a while, and I can't even tell you when this dream was, but I knew everything was unfolding. Oh, God, what a weird thing. Okay, I gotta get high. Oh, and don't let me forget to tell you about the hard sell. Like I'm going to forget. I said yesterday I was going to talk about it. Now I already said I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to forget. Well, it's possible. Okay. If I forget, I will record at the end an additional recording that goes through the process of significantly scolding me for my poor performance. I have now given my brain 3 different triggers to remember this. That's not even nearly enough, but we'll give it a shot. I mean, should I just talk about it right now? I don't know if that's appropriate. It's not like I have an agenda or even anything written down. It's like totally up to me when to say anything. Like, what was that one thing that I could say fast? I guess I can't say it fastly now. And was it say fastly? Did I misspeak my grammar again? Of course I did. That's what I do. Like, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy. Right. Hey, there's a woodchuck. There's a woodchuck? Oh, a woodchuck. Well, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Well, then give him his check. As you can see, I totally got wasted in the Theater of the Absurd last night and ended up sleeping on their, waterbed? Whatever that thing was, it was filled with liquid and it smelled like pee, so I assume it was a waterbed. Or did I wake up in my own bathtub this morning? All right, let's retract that last statement. I'm not sure that I was in a waterbed last night. I probably wasn't. Hey, we were blinking on the 303 just there. And that would have been my old area code, but my new area code, 720, well, that's the only number you can get in Colorado anymore. Why? I don't know. Can't get a 303. That's the only thing I wanted. I was like, can I have a 303 number? No. Why? All I have are 720. Well then, give me a 720. So, 635-3-something-05 later, yeah, there we are, 337, just like I said. All right, and that is the last time I'm giving my number out, which I did last episode and this episode, that's it. And I did it twice, because if anybody is supposed to find me, this is how you're going to find me. And of course, you should email me first, because that'd be kinder. And that's heideggersgoldfish@gmail.com. All one word, of course, because what else would it be? And then if you had to write me a letter, which would be obviously my much preferred method of contact, letter writing is an art form that has gone away. But if you still admire the archaic art form of letter writing, well, you can send it to Wolf Street, 2Fs, 3884 in the O2. No, not in the O2. In the 303 of the 80212. Something in that mess will figure it all out. I do not need contact from anyone. I do not want contact from anyone. I'm not looking to make contact with anyone. But there is someone who will make contact with me at some point, and that person, well, I don't think I've already made contact with them yet. But that is an intriguing sort of bike ride home distracted thought. Didn't even have to put music on. And it was a nice day. Everyone's counting down the -4 degree high weather temperature forecast for Thursday. Literally, everybody's acting as if this will be the time when, if you're going to die in a freezing cold event for weather, this will be the week. It will happen on Thursday. And for somebody with frostbite, a high of -4 looks awfully daunting. Fuck. Especially the idea of riding my bike to work. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to take public transportation or a cab to get to work. I can't afford my hands to take on a bad backslide of frostbite. That will be a week off of work. So a $20 ride to work in whatever online app I can get to pick me up, it'll be worth it. And we really haven't had much terribly cold weather, although we've had a pretty good cold winter. There hasn't been golf weather. There just hasn't been scrape the ice off the windshield weather, except a few days. And given that it's almost January, yoo-hoo. But it has been unlike the last 3 years. And why am I telling people weather stories of Colorado? Because if I tell you the next part, you're going to think, well, if that's the norm, well then fuck, man. We should move there. But that's not why you should move here. Yes, the weather is ungodly good. But do you know weed is legal here? Like Judge Judy with a gavel. Oh, wait. Mandela effect took her gavel away. But like Judge Judy with what? A can of butane gas that she uses to light her bong? Case closed. Wait, wasn't she more like, get the hell out of my courtroom? Or something like that? That seems more like Judge Judy. All right, unpause. I'm not sure I'm conveying what I intend to convey. Wow, regarding belching. Yes, I think I am actually conveying what I intend to convey. I didn't intend it. It's an unintended conveyance. But the intended conveyance regarding time. Mental framework is so much the determining factor as to how much appreciation for life you have on this planet. So to me, it seems like fucking with our mental framework or creating an entirely supportive and unique environment for all of our mental frameworks to flourish into some sort of predestined, preordained fulfillment of life. Okay, we don't have that, right? No. What we have instead are ways that our frameworks constantly being hit by things like BB guns and bottle rockets. And ow, 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 wow, those sting. Why do you keep shooting me with bottle rockets? Moments of life. Well, they're not offset by a whole bunch of other supportive moments where you're like, yeah, but there was that day when everybody was shooting bunnies at me. And it was just like, oh, bunnies. Oh, my God, shoot another bunny at me. I love it. Shoot another bunny at me. Like slow-mo bunny, not like bullet bunny. But having not been cuddling bunnies lately, more like preparing for a day when if bunnies are outside, I bet they're going to die because it's going to be cold. So don't be a bunny outside. Nope, that's more what life's doing. And the frostbite thing is weird because it's something that you do to yourself once and forever change your endurance in the cold. And what's shameful about the event that led to my fingers are terrible is the perpetrator of the entire scenario. Well, I did the right thing. Well, there's no way to look at the situation like I could have done anything else. But she didn't get frostbite. And, God, you don't want to be bitter about especially events that concocted around you caused you damage. And you just play the role of the victim. That's all you really are in the scenario. But, of course, that's stupidly simplistic. But if you allow any of that crustiness to creep in today, well, again, you're overlooking your life in the now to somehow reconcile for yourself some transgression from your past. And as a white middle-class American, do you know what transgression from my past looks like? I don't know if the teacher gave me a high enough grade here. I think I should have had a higher grade. I mean, I'm feeling transgressed upon. It's not very unfair. So, for me to speak as if I have some framework here that is relevant is, again, overreaching. But I think if what's available to create your reality is a competitive and critical paradigm. One with winners, but mostly losers. Man, I don't have this stuff zeroed in on. And I just have to wander here now and again to see if I can figure out why things are getting worse. The theme I was going to have in December, which of course I have not gotten back to once because of course I haven't, was to zero in on how it is that we just aren't making things better. And I don't want to hear anything about some world population explosion. That's horseshit. None of that's true. This planet has sustained populations well beyond anything that we see today. So, first, that's not true. There is no such thing as overpopulation in the current dynamic. So, why all the chaos? Why all the needless suffering? And why all the misappropriation of resource allocation across this planet? Those are my big questions. And so when I wander off trying to figure out what it is that we're allowing ourselves to endure because the paradigm fixes a sort of framework in which we're going to perform our parts as such, when I see that role fulfilling itself, and I'm the clown that put on the suit to get on stage to play the part, well, that's not at all what has been really going on for me, because theater of the absurd though I may have entertained, I'm living in a terrific reality of echolocution of my own energy that I have been, much like a good pistachio. What I am is barely cracked open. And I never crack myself open in any kind of capacity to throw my oh so perfect nuttiness around. No. Because if you want to crack my pistachio shell, you have to know A, what you're getting into, and B, that you're going to want a bite. And it takes me a while to determine who in my orbit I can permit to, if they desire, there's no coercion involved, but my comfort level has to be 100% to even reach out to somebody who might be a 30% chance of friendship to see if they want to respond to the John that is John. Because I would never want to offer friendship to somebody without them understanding the roller coaster and Ferris wheel and tilt-a-whirl that are all simultaneously happening. That is basically my composition. So as I feel out who might actually think that nut's got some cracking to do, and I think I have the nutcracker at home to bring to do it, I've been getting those reverberations in waves, and it has felt genuine. It has felt connective, and it has felt like I am finally going to be entering some level of creative relationships that are going to be extremely meaningful to me. And I hope to the people who I will be creating and exploring life's absurdities aside. I am enthusiastically salivating at what potentially my nearest system of support is going to potentially grow into. And I am not somebody to put pressure on anything. But I've never really been this filled with potential of excitement to be involved with since maybe college. If you were gonna thank the Lord for something of consequence, being put in a scenario where you feel like you're being able to, without pushing, grow into a better version of yourself. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you say, thank you, God. I guess I owe you one. Or how about this? I promise I won't let you down. Okay, I could have stopped there. That was a good ending. But, damn it, I said I would tell you about that hard sell thing. Which I don't have to go through with. There was no hard sell. And sometimes the universe is just lining up ducks, and they're all quacking in unison. And you can recognize, God damn it, the world's just spinning the right direction for me right now. And when you're in that position, step back, look at it, and say, well, if nothing else, life gave me this. And I appreciate it.